In 2017, for that fiscal year, I traded over $1.5 million worth of Bitcoin, and that was just the sales. I thought it was untraceable and untaxable. Boy, was I wrong. My name is Ron Yarnick, and this is my advice. I had heard that Bitcoin, that cryptocurrencies were outside of governments. They weren't so tightly regulated like a fiat currency, like a US dollar is or whatever. What attracted me was the potential that I could make a lot of money, and I thought I wouldn't have to pay taxes on it. I thought, heck, if I can invest a little bit of money, turn it over a couple times, and walk away with a big chunk of change, it would work out well. In 2017, 2018, when we were actively trading Bitcoins, I was in it for the speculation. I was in it because we'd make a lot of money. Me and another fellow were working on, and I would do the programming, and he understood the Bitcoin, which is where I learned about cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. The exchanges offer for programmers what's called an API, which is an application programming interface. It's a way that instead of me sitting there typing on my computer, and I can say if the price goes up by 2%, sell. If it goes down a little bit, buy. We, through the exchanges, we're buying and selling, we're trading Bitcoin. The prices are very volatile, a lot of boom and bust over the course of that 5 years. When we were running our program and it was trading our coins for us, we would see price changes that were in the magnitude of $1,000 a day, easily $500 price change in a day on Bitcoin that was at 5,000, hit 10,000, hit 20,000, drop back to 8,000, and in the course of a day you could see $1,000 change in the to the good or to the bad. An average day of good trading where the price fluctuated, our computer program could make $1,500 in a day. The program was set to, if it went up a little bit, sell. If it went down a little bit, buy. And the logic in our program, in our computer program, was that the price went down, so buy.
Bitcoin is in free fall.
Bitcoin getting hammered today.
Bitcoin's been cut in half.
And the price went down more, so buy more. The price went down more, so buy more. And what we ended up with was all our money was getting dwindled away in buying coins that were worth less and less and less that we were never being able to sell. Each sell or buy was a taxable event. Then as the end of the year rolled around, I got a 1099 that said, you sold $1.5 million worth of Bitcoin. You have to pay taxes on it. When I found out they were taxable, I had to work with my accountant, and cryptocurrencies were new to my accountant, and she had to learn a lot about it. She had a steep learning curve, just as I had a steep learning curve to wrap my brain around cryptocurrency, around what is Bitcoin, and then the later realization that I owed a lot of taxes if I didn't get it figured out. We had to prove that there were these buys and these sells. We only made a fraction of a cent off of each one. Yeah, there were $1.5 million worth of them. It was so complicated getting my taxes worked out, I had to get an extension, and the longest extension they would grant me was, instead of April 15th, I had to have my taxes filed and paid by October 31st. And it was hard to even prove that this Bitcoin right here was part of this transaction. I would have owed $555,000 in taxes if I had to pay it on that whole amount of what we sold. So we had to jump through hoops to prove that we also bought, and we did make some profit, but then we took the losses when the prices really tanked, and that really helped out. $555,000 worth of taxes is enough to keep you up at night. Ultimately, we lost $31,500. My perspective now, compared to 5 years ago, is it's a lot more like a standard business where you make money, but you have to account for, I have a tax burden, I have expenses, and a large part of the expenses is the taxes for trading cryptocurrency. I think a lot of people are like I was back in 2017, where they see the potential to make a lot of money. And the potential is there to make money. When you're losing a third of it to taxes right off the bat, all of a sudden it's not quite as attractive as it was. And I don't see any way you can do it without paying your taxes, in the United States or whatever the tax laws are wherever you're at. So if you're thinking about trading crypto, thinking it's not tracked, it's not taxable, I'm kind of a living proof of the fact that it is tracked, it is taxable, and ultimately you are responsible for the tax liability when everything's said and done.
If we knew then all that we know now, I think the world would be better somehow.